Hello, welcome back to Oolykee Gaming and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic Mod Monday. Today we have Steam Locomotives, Mao and Yugoslavian monuments. Again, not really a disclaimer, but guys, there's so many beautiful mods, you please go and check them all out. This is something that just caught my eye and I wanted to show you what I'm going to be using in my Let's Plays. Gachi Muchiman and UAZ 3151. There's a description about these vehicles. This is a whole set of vehicles that we have in the game. I'm going to demonstrate some of them. There's almost infinite amount of them. A really beautiful vehicle. Now you have this is of course my favorite mod this Mod Monday, because UAZ is Ulyanovsk Autozavod. That Ulyanovsk is, you know, Ulyanov Oolykee is the namesake of this car. UAZ 3151 is a family of off-road vehicles obtained in 1985 during the modernization of the 469th family. Initially, these were civil, rural, military police, medical version. However, in 1993, the production of the car with all-metal roof was launched. And a few years later, in luxury extended version, almost all production was stopped in 2003 with the release of UAZ Hunter. Features 120 kilometers per hour, maximum power of 66 kilowatt. You know what? There's a little bit more details, so you can go and check this out. There's a link to this mod in the link in the description of this video. Now let's real quickly check what we are talking about here. So if you go, like, you have beautiful vehicles here. Of course, most of them are all different kinds. I think the last three could be the same. No, this one is extended version, I believe. But anyway, some of them are same, just different color. You have here, of course, I believe this is this police vehicle? We will check them all out. So if you go to you can purchase them by using rubles. You can each one of them you can find in different section here, but I'm gonna go in all of our mods because they're gonna be all bashed up. We're gonna see which vehicle is which. So 35th page of my mod section, you have UAZ here for passengers, as you can see here. Then you have the UAZ police car. Then you have UAZ, again, police car. You have ambulance. You have just a normal car. And in the end, you have a normal car as well. This one is for 7 passengers. This one is this would be for like a bus. And I believe one of these, they could be both as a buses. Let's just check real quickly. No, they're not showing as a bus. That's interesting. I don't know if you use them as a personal car, will they still be transporting this large amount of people? I mean, obviously not, but anyway, you can have them on your roads. Of course, there's different color schemes that you can choose from, as you can see here. And the police cars that we can find here, they don't have any other color schemes except these two that you can see over here. Anyway, what about the price? What about realism of this mod? If we go to personal car, we can just compare that one. That should be enough. 1,800 rubles. You can build them from 1973. So compared to normal, it's almost twice the price. So definitely realistic mod. It's not cheaty at all. Link in the description of the video. Mighty Mao by Vipernon, mod made by Rand, skinny scripting, modeling, texturing, bust of Mao downloaded from this website, yada. You can go and check all the disclaimers there. Description: this is a giant statue of bust of Mao Zedong, also known as Chairman Mao. We call the statue Mighty Mao. The statue is approximately 40 meters high and consists of an inner steel frame and largely made of concrete. However, the statue requires relatively large amount of resources, but in proportion to the gigantic dimensions of this almost world wonder. Right, there's a whole description, but again, I don't want to read everything for you. You're gonna have to go and check this out just to see what kind of mod this is. I'm gonna tell you something. It's one of the best models in the game. It has also a huge benefits to you yourself. Why is that? Because when you build something like this, it has plus 20% increase in loyalty and has 5-kilometer range. Now it costs 700,000 rubles to build. Nothing. I don't think anything costs this much. None of the monuments that I at least have, I don't think they cost this much. So it's quite realistic in price. All of the monuments that I can find here, they're quite more affordable than this. So this is gonna cost you a sweet penny, but this is some kind of an end game project if you want to do something like that. So, absolutely beautiful model. Of course, the more controversial, the more likely you're gonna see it on this channel. So all Maos and Stalins, you can check them out here. Armenian small Stalinka from Abelian Hike 852. Small Stalinka from Yerevan, Armenia, accommodates 30 workers, but it has 99% of living quality. Collisions is disabled for plausible place near round squares. Now this is a really beautiful model, as always with Abelian Hike. This is obviously there's a whole set of these Stalinkas, and from multiple different modders. I use all of them. I definitely adore these buildings, something that you're gonna definitely see in my Let's Plays. But we can go and check out, because it has only 30 people capacity. We can find it, we should be able to find it easily in our residential building section. Or not. Now I'm gonna go in the general mod section. You can see here where the building is, Armenian small Stalinka. Cost 6,775. I had to go to the mods to find it. It's all the way in the end because it's one of the last mods I installed. Also, you have it when you show everything, all the mods, you can scroll all the way in the back. Again, this is from my point of view because I just installed these models. Really beautiful building. 6,775 the price of the building. How does it compare to vanilla buildings? You can see that it's more expensive to similar buildings with similar capacity. So definitely realistic buildings. So if you want to have something like this, feel free to do so. Armenian Tower Stalinka by Abelian Hike 852. Stalinka Tower from Yerevan, Armenia, has single entrance with 12 apartments, 2 on each floor, accommodates 24 workers, has 95% living quality. Collisions are disabled, so you'll be able to fit it into the other buildings and to add the living capacity, give them more customized look. Definitely, I prefer myself if they don't have collisions, because then we can place them wherever you want. The only problem is that you should bear in mind, if you try to place it on a uneven terrain, you will have a little bit of an issue with placing it perfectly. So heads up, these buildings without collisions, if you try to place them, be careful, they might levitate in the air, but if it's perfectly flat, you are not going to have any issues. Now this is Stalinka, of course. Like I said, I'm a sucker for Stalinkas. I think they were marvelous buildings. You can see that this one has 24 people capacity. Can we find this one in the section here? I don't believe so. We have too many. Oolykee has too many mods, so I'm gonna have to go and find it in the general mod section. So if we go in the mods, all the way in the back, we have Stalinka Tower, 24 people, 4,398 people, so 24 people. But do we have anything similar in capacity? You can see here that prices for these buildings are more or less similar to that, but there's nothing so, let's call it affordable here. So it is quite realistic. It's in average with other buildings of the same size. Definitely has a little bit smaller capacity than most of them, but this beauty of Stalinkas, they were built to last, and also to have a little bit higher living standard. Link in description of the video. Museum of Contemporary Art, Belgrade, by my countryman Equinox Nova. This is a museum of contemporary art in Belgrade. The Belgrade Museum of Contemporary Art was opened in October 1965. However, museum activities began in early 1958, when the act brought by the Cultural Council of the People's Committee of Belgrade established the modern gallery and institution to propose of the... You know what? There's a whole history of this if you want to go and check it out. Like I said, good old country. Both of us come from the same country. This is beautiful model. Something that you'll definitely see in my Let's Plays. I actually really like when we start getting sets of buildings from a single country, so you can try to recreate something from, well, let's even call it from your youth. This is some kind of early attempt of brutalism or something. I'm not really sure. I'm not an expert at this. You know what? I'm not going to be talking out of my ass. So this is beautiful building. You even have air conditioning on top of it. Right. So how much does it cost? What does it do? Well, this one is obviously a museum. If you go all the way in the end, you have Museum of Современной умjetnosti. That means the modern. Yeah. And anyway, we translated this already. 49,000, 50,000 rubles is the price of this museum. So, do we have any museum that costs similar to this? We can go for our tourist attractions. In this case, we're just gonna go for attractions. We're gonna see what we can find here. All of them are mods. We're gonna go for tourism over here, and let's see if we can find museums, beach bar, art galleries. We can find it here in the same section. So we have Museum of the Republic, 20,000. Pyramid Museum, that's a little bit bigger. Pyramid Museum is a little bit more expensive. So it's comparable to this smaller museum here. So we have, it's twice the price, 2.5 times the price. Capacity, 180 people, 3 times more. Yeah, it's quite realistic. The price is quite realistic. I think building is something that you're definitely gonna see in my Let's Plays. We have Monotone and GWR 5700 Pannier tank steam locomotive. GWR is Great Western Railways, I believe. Yeah, it's a Great Western Railways. I'm a fan of British Railways. So anyway, between 1929 and 1950, with there were 863 built. They were mostly prolific class of the GWR and one of the most numerous classes of British steam locomotives, although officially designated as GWR light goods shunting engines. They were also used for passengers working on a branch, suburban, and shorter mainline journeys, which with the gorgeous steam locomotive sounds included. Right. So this is the locomotive. I still. We're gonna release it on the. We're gonna release it here, and we're gonna see how it works. Of course, you can find it. It's cool. I hope you guys heard that. Let's let them. I hope you can hear this. Ah, this is awesome. Really, really beautiful. Unfortunately, we don't have coal as a resource in this game. We do have fuel, but this is just a showcase of this locomotive. I'm gonna leave it here like this. Unfortunately, we don't have coal, so you have to buy it as a diesel locomotive. You can use your filthy American dollars, $60,000 for this locomotive. It's United Kingdom, of course, so you have to use dollars for this. Compared to other locomotives, we can check, but there's nothing that fits this age. I don't think it's even realistic to compare it. We have this one, small one, but this is mod as well. So $60,000. Let's see what we have for rubles in similar price range. I don't think we have anything. This is a little bit early value. Let's go low to high. We have cheaper locomotives than this, even in vanilla, and this is more powerful. So yeah, like quite realistic price. Now, if you want to have your own steam locomotives over here, well, now you can. Link in description of the video. Tibau and North Korea DPRK Children Palace pack. Unfortunately, I have an issue with the mod. I installed it several times, but I can't find it anywhere. It could be due to me, it might not be. Unfortunately, I'm not able to locate the mod itself. There's a description in the mods. How do you do it? Maybe I'm doing something wrong, maybe not, but unfortunately I will leave this link in there. I will read a little bit of a description because this is really beautiful. I'm a big fan. I will also contact the modder in this case and see if there's something I'm doing wrong. But anyway, so this is 23rd released item in the North Korea pack. This is also why I love it, because there's a whole pack of buildings from North Korea collection, and it's a childcare and education package mod. The mod represents Myeongdae Children Palace. It is rounded up to fulfill the full childcare necessity in the DPRK citizen. The pack contains 4 buildings with the following functions. Left wing annex is a kindergarten with 2,000 capacity. Right wing is annex of orphanage, 365 people. Central wing is a school, it serves 2,000 people. Back wing is student dorm and it serves 2,610 people. There's a whole description of this mod, but I'm gonna leave it to you. I definitely should be included in this video, but unfortunately, up to release of this video, I didn't, well, when I recorded this, I couldn't see the problem why I couldn't see the buildings, but I will be play. If you see this, I didn't make it work, but if I do, definitely you're not gonna see this part. Anyway, let's move on. Witset Inhabited by Bench map is based on a real area of Witset Inhabited. There's an uninhabited version as well, so if you like it, you can go and check it out. Now let's talk about the map. Map features a big river mouth that's connected to the sea. Probably you can even send the ships to the Soviet countries as well through this river mouth, but it's pointing towards NATO border, so potentially you might be able to send it to the Soviet area as well. River itself, it's not really fully navigable. It gets a little bit shallow, but of course if you put any effort in it, you can make it navigable even further, potentially even to the other side or to the Soviet border. Now there's a lot of flat areas, and also you have a lot of resources on this map, notably quarried stone. You can see it on the map where the quarried stone is located. Well, perfect locations for the quarries. Now coal, you have 5 different quite high quality coal sources, so coal is not going to be an issue, as well as iron. Oil is definitely the most profitable here, because it's all batched up in the middle of the map, and you can connect it to your tankers, ships, so you can start exporting as soon as possible. And then you have uranium ore in 2 places and bauxite in 3, so resources won't be a problem. Now of course, as many maps, this one has its own personal touch by the mod maker, and this is what I love about these inhabited maps. So you can see what they planned and how they planned it. It's absolutely beautiful. This is my favorite map of this Mod Monday. There are different ones, even the steps map, which was beautiful, but this one has people on it, so definitely chose this one because of the option to be inhabited. Right, that's it. I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna say, guys, look, we have a beautiful community. We have a lot of beautiful mods released in the last 7 days, so please go and check them all out. There's 5-6 different maps released as well, so this is just one of them. I'm gonna say, I hope you enjoy this video, because I do enjoy making them. If you did enjoy, then press the like button, leave a nasty comment in the comment section if you didn't like it. Like, subscribe, notification bell, ring it, comment section, hit it, and if you want to support the channel, you have description of the video. Happy Monday, guys, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye bye.